everyone, welcome back. So we are in the first day of the bootcamp, that is Python Visual in Power BI. I'm super excited to teach you how to use this. Okay, so let us just launch Power BI, and once you have launched Power BI, you can use the sample data. Okay, how to use the sample data, you can find it when you just open your Power BI. There will be an option called sample data. If you don't know how to access that, you can just go ahead to my channel Goms Tech Talks, and in this you can see there is a playlist for Power BI in the English, so you can find how to import the sample data here. Okay, I have already discussed everything about it, so I don't want to spend much time on explaining the sample data. So this is the data which I have on the right side. You can see these are all the data which I have, and this is the scenario of using a violin plot, when you should go with a violin plot. Okay, so a violin plot is a powerful data visualization tool which combines aspects of box plot and the density plot. It shows you a distribution of the data across different categories and can provide insights into the spread, skewness, and underlying distribution of the data. So here you can see that you should use the violin plot if you want to understand the distribution analysis, like median, quartiles, and outliers, and if you want to compare multiple categories, and also to visualize the skewness and modality. So here is your simple scenario. Okay, imagine you're analyzing the distribution of profit margin across different product segments in various countries. You want to understand how the profit distribution varies across segments and whether some segments are consistently more profitable than others. So this is the case where I am planning to use the Python. So here you can see that Power BI. Why I am going to Python? Because there is no visual for violin plot directly available in your Power BI. So that's why I'm just going for the Python. So in the introduction video, I have explained how to install and configure Python to Power BI. Please go and watch that. That is a prerequisite for this particular video. If you missed this, please go and watch that. So here you can see there is an option called py. Okay, this is what the Python py. You can just simply click that. Once you click that, it will show you like whether you have to enable the script. Just simply click this enable. Okay, once you have enabled the script, you can see there is a Python script editor like appears on under the visual, and you can also see this is the Python visual that will show you how it works. Okay, in your Power BI desktop you can only visualize Python. Okay, so let us just go ahead, and first you have to select what are the fields you want. So based on our scenario, I want country, segment, and profit field. Let me just select country. Then let me just select the segment. Okay, where is the segment? Okay, I can select the profit and the segment. Okay, so I have selected these three column, where here you can see that Python will automatically convert this into a data frame in the pandas. Okay, using pandas. So you can find that these three are added here. So you should not delete this one. Okay, so please be very cautious. You can think, okay, hash is used like it's not like a comment. Okay, it's like here you have to use this, whatever is added here. You have to write your script below this. Okay, from the 7th line you can write your script. Okay, so let us just write. I require matplotlib, so I'm just going to import matplotlib dot pyplot as plt. So as is alias, so as plt. This is not required as plt, but it's good if you are using some alias here. And I'll be using a cborn library, like cborn as sns, and I will also use pandas as pd. Okay, so okay, I think it's already there. It has created some pandas for me. So okay, so here you can just start typing. Like already my data is stored in the data set. Okay, so I don't want to worry about the data set. So what I'll be doing is what I have to plot the figure. Okay, so plot figure, and I want to set the figure size. So I'm just using fixed size, which is equal to 10,6. I'm just specifying the length and the height for that. Okay, and then I want to create a violin plot. So sns dot violin plot, violin plot, and I am just going to mark the x-axis as country. Okay, so country country, comma, y-axis to the profit. Okay, profit, and the hue as a segment. Okay, hue is equal to segment, and here I have to tell where is the data. Data is equal to data set. I will explain, so don't worry once it is created. And split is equal to true. So these are the parameters which we have to give it. Okay, and for me I think pandas is not required because it's already there. And let me just, so here I have created the violin plot. Okay, so plt dot title, if you want to add some title, so you can add it. Profit distribution by segment. Okay, and country. Okay, so and then you can just make a label, plt dot x label. What is the x label? It's a country, right? And what is plt dot y label, which is profit. And then finally you have to end with plt dot show. What's that? Because you want to display that, right? So let me just execute this and see whether it's working. If it works, then I will explain. If it's not working, then I have to check what is the error it is. Okay, I have entered a split hyphen true. It should be figure it split is equal to true. So it shows some syntax error here. I was just trying to find out where is the syntax error and how it works. Okay, so it will not show you directly. Okay, go and check the split is equal to true, you have mistakenly given, but it will just check for the it will check for the syntax, whether the syntax is correct, any additional operators you have given, any additional methods you have shared. So it will be checking all these things, and you have to be very careful while trying to add it. Okay, so there is another error, and hue level to use split. Two hue levels to use. Okay, then let me try without that split, because it's showing like we have given more parameters for that, and it's not considering the hue because by default it's true, I think. So yes, our violin chart has been generated. So here you can see this is the violin chart, so here you can find this is the violin chart which is generated based on the country. Okay, so let me just explain you what is the exact code is all about. So this is what I have just imported, matplotlib.pyplot. This is the library. This has to be installed in your system. Okay, sometimes it may show you an error, so in that case you have to go and install it. So how to go and do it? Just go ahead and type command, go to the command prompt and then type pip install and then type matplotlib. Okay, so pip install is used to install matplotlib library. So pip install means you're trying to install that library. So it's already there, so that's why it's showing you this particular thing. So here you can see that how actually you can this is the code, complete code. Okay, so plot figure, like you are trying to set the figure size for that, like 10,6. Okay, and this is the violin plot. If you want to create a violin plot, this violin plot is coming from the Seaborn library. So that's why I have given sns.violin plot. You have to tell which is the x-axis. My x-axis is the country, so that is why it's showing x-axis is country, y-axis as profit, and the inside that you have to do it based on the segment. Okay, that is what I have given in the hue. Okay, and it is considering the data set. Where is the data set? So when you select the data from your data file, it has loaded that into the data set variable, right? So that is what this. and this is very simple to add it. So here you can see SNS dot violin plot, you have gently given that, and this is the profit distribution by segment. Okay, so this title is what coming up here, like profit distribution by segment. And then you can also see that Y label, X label, you wanted to give the X and Y label as country and profit, and then you have to show this. If you are not giving this plot dot show, let me just see what is the error it is showing. So if you are not giving plot dot show and trying to execute, you will be getting an error. Okay, so what is that error? Because you are not trying to visualize that. So in Power BI you have to visualize it. Okay, so the image is not created, so that is why it is showing this error. So you have to tell plot dot show. Okay, so this is what the complete thing about this particular script. If you want that script, I will be using that in my, I'll be pasting the script in the in my blog. Okay, you can just look into my blog here. So this is my channel, so if you haven't subscribed, please go and subscribe here. And if you require any like if you're preparing for interview for Power BI, you can just check the my ebook store here. Okay, so that is here, you can see Power BI, and if you have any queries, you can schedule a call with me here to have some better understanding. So this is my blog, learnwithgoms.com, so you can just watch it here. I'll be leaving the link. Okay, so this is a simple violin plot which we have created. Let us just try to infer like what is there. Okay, so each country has multiple violin shapes, right? So for example, if you wanted to go with a simple segment, without segment, if you want to just go ahead with the some other products or something, you can also do that. Okay, so here you can see the violin has the different size, right? So the width of the violin at different points represents the density of the data point. So here you can see the width is bigger, right? This is the density of the data point. Okay, and the wider section of the violin indicates a higher concentration of profit values at the particular level. And you can see some thin lines, right? So this is the thin lines. So this actually shows the range of data indicating the minimum and maximum value profit. Okay, and you're coloring it with a different colors. We have a different color for enterprise, for government, for mid-market, and for small business, everything. So the profit distribution, this plot actually reveals the distribution of profits within each segment for different countries. For example, in the United States, the government and enterprise segments might have a wider distribution. So here you can see government and enterprise, it has the wider distribution, indicating a most varied range of profits compared to the other segments like the mid-market. Okay, and you can compare how different segments perform across countries as well, and you can also identify the outliers. So in some countries you might notice that certain segments have a very thin tiles, right? So these things, like these are all very thin tiles, you can see. So this is what, like for example, very thin tile at the bottom or at the top of the violin plot. Okay, which indicates extreme profit, either very high or very low, or for the segment in that country. Okay, so you can easily create a decision out from here. So this could help you in decision making, such as like identifying which segments are more profitable in the specific countries and where to allocate resources for marketing efforts. So the company might decide to focus more on the small business. So here you can see for the small business, the red color you cannot see much, right? So which means that there is no much profit. So you have to just focus on the small business. And the segment in Germany, if that segment shows a higher and more consistent profit distribution. So this is how. So you can use violin plot like this. Okay, so we have created a violin plot. Let us tomorrow we will be creating another plot using a Python, and the name of the plot is the ridgeline plot. Okay, so I want to meet you soon with the ridgeline plot. Like, let's connect tomorrow. If you have any queries, just comment it down, like let us discuss about it. Thank you, take care, and bye.